Hello, my civic engagers, although now I want to call you all by name because I have met almost all of you. It was wonderful this week to put your faces with the words that I always read, and you have great ideas for your projects, every single one. I haven't met with the online, we're meeting on Friday tonight, but everyone else, you've got these really creative endeavors of what you're going to do, which is so, so awesome. All right, so start working on those. Remember, March 28th, that discussion post, make sure you have your information in there by March 28th at 12 o'clock. So on to module 6. So like always, it's going to be set up very similarly. You have your preheat. This week it's making a video, and we're going to be talking about the emotional reactions that we have to digital formats, specifically words that we put out in the digital world. All right, so I want you to state a total of 3 words you wish did not exist in the digital world. This goes in through what specifically you want to cover in your video. Remember, if you need a reminder, I have the video linked of how to create a video in Canvas. Remember, don't do this on your phone and try and upload it because you run into all those issues. Use the actual recorder through Canvas. That's the best way to do it, okay? Then next in the module, as we go through, we will go into the overview. All right, so this week we are going to be talking a lot about ethics and tone in digital engagement, all right, and digital formats. So read through those, and then it's going to take you into your readings. Now, your readings are going to be different this week because usually we have a PDF linked, etc. But we're going to be using Perusal, which is in the left-hand side of your menu. You are going to have, at some point, you're going to have something that says Perusal, all right? So you want to click on that, and it's going to pull up all your different activities that I have in Perusal. The one that you want to focus on is the give your tonal reactions to this article. All right, it's going to have here the 2 articles you're reading, and it's also going to tell you the directions of you have to have at least 7 tone indicators reactions placed in the he pretend article. And the tone indicators must come from the tone is hard to grasp online article, aka you don't want to make up the tone indicators, you're going to pull them from that article. All right, so when you get in this, the way that this works is, so Perusal basically is a way for all of us to interact on a document together without it being in Google Docs. All right, so for example, let's say that I want to give a reaction to this section right there. I just highlight it and it'll pull up the conversation, and then I can type in whatever my reaction is, right? Like if I want to say like, oh my gosh, this. And again, it will go into whatever tonal reactions that you're going to read about in the New York Times. All right, and then that will be on there. It'll have your name next to it. So when I look at this document, I'll be able to see everybody's names and their responses, reactions, and you'll be able to see each other's. So therefore, you can respond to each other's with everything. All right. And this article is really, really interesting in the sense of what was believed, what is not believed through Twitter, through deep fakes, through all of the different organizations that we have. All right. So that is what you'll begin moving through your reading and media links. Now, down here, I have a video of how to use Perusal. But here, all you do is click on Perusal in the left-hand menu, then click open when you get into Perusal, whatever the article is, and the article will now be pulled up and you'll be able to annotate that article. All right. So down here is, you have the one of tone is hard to grasp online. Okay. This is the one you're going to pull the tone ideas from, right? So they're going to give you, they specifically did this, and it's an amazing article for the New York Times. They are going to give you, oh, I'm in the wrong account. Sorry, so it's going to try and make me pay. I'm not going to pay because I'm in the wrong account, but you should get 10 free. Just do it where you get the 10 free, and that's going to tell you what tone indicators you're going to use in this. He pretend to be Trump's family, and the Trumps fell for it. All right, those you use those indicators in that article on Perusal. Okay, so that's what you're doing for that. And here's the good news: since you're doing all this in Perusal, there is no knowledge check because I'm going to check your knowledge through what you write in Perusal. So that should be fine. And then obviously we get to the announcement page, which is here. And the very last page then we have is this 5 ethics of digital engagement. All right, so your activity this week is we're going to look into this fact of we have all of these things like deep fakes, and we know about all of the filters that take place on social media, all of these different things, right? So I want you to get into, you're going to look back into that he pretended to be Trump's family article, and you're going to analyze the reactions of your classmates. All right, so same way you went in before, you'll go in and now it'll be peppered with everyone's responses. All right, and then I want you to look into part one in a personal notebook. Take down these notes on where are people responding in the same way? Where's there a huge variance? What tone indicator do you see represented the most? What tone indicator never gets mentioned? All right, then part two, after you have made those observations, you're going to start making inferences, right? In the same notebook, so you're not posting anything yet. Set a timer for 5 minutes, and I want you to write through at least one, you can answer more if you want, of the following questions. Part three, then, it's now time to post. So in the discussion thread below, I want you to think of the 5 ethics of digital engagement. You'll write these as a statement in a short explanation, 2 to 3 sentences. So I give you an example here. So you'll have a total of 5 of those that'll be due on March 11th at 12 o'clock, since everything's always due on Fridays at 12. All right, and of course, then at the very end, we have the discussion board. So if you have any questions, then you can put those there, and I'll make sure to answer those. Okay, so be working on your community projects. Go through module 6. We'll keep going through these modules. Remember, March 28th for that community project is when you're going to put on the discussion post, except for online, which we're going to talk about tomorrow. And let me know if you have any questions or need anything. All right, it was great to meet you all, and have a good week. Bye.